A lot going on here in the Queen City. There's Tryon Street in uptown Charlotte, home of the Hornets. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sideline. And we've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. Taking a look at the Hornets, this hasn't been the kind of year they envisioned. Time running out.
And you know, for the Hornets, they're already looking to the offseason. And that's a shame. Their fans deserve a little bit more from this team.
Yeah, the body language right now kind of telling the story. Losing takes a huge toll on you, especially during an 82-game grind.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. And for the Hornets, Funk and Batum, the wing. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. And it's Graham in at the point. Here's Graham. You've seen a lot of teams over your time that have been terrific starting a season, then just fall apart second half of the season.
Have you seen it, Kevin, happen with teams that have really good veteran players? I've seen it with young teams.
Yeah, unravel. I mean, it's painful to watch. None come to mind, but I'm sure you could start to find teams that are 10 wins below from one half of the season to the next.
And some of that we know it can happen with injuries to a star player, and you just are dismantled. But a lot of
like
times,
the Pacers with Oladipo, they were a different team the last quarter of the season.
It's a great call, Kevin. But a lot of times it happens with young teams because if you get off to such a hot start and it's a bit unexpected, there's going to be a lot more attention on you, and you start to feel like, oh, well, we've arrived. This is easy. We've done this for 35, 40 games, no problem. Well, the league figures you out. And a lot of times young teams that have early success are probably the most susceptible to this lemmings kind of falling off the cliff type of deal.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And every season, the Thunder continue to be one of the more dominating teams on the glass.
You just wonder how much Steven Adams has been the catalyst for that kind of mentality. We know that offensively he's always in there to grab rebounds, but it's part of what they know is important in any possession is collecting the ball.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And the Thunder with possession. 4-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari. Poked away. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Gallinari. Batum scanning the floor. And it's off from three-point range. Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to the Celtics.
Poor execution in that one. Not sure what led to the lack of focus, but coaching staff definitely not happy.
And they made some comments themselves that some of the fault might have lied with them because they didn't go in with the best of game plans and they didn't make the right adjustments. So we'll see tonight if they do.
Now Paul. Nicholas Batum missing from long range. And it's Paul penetrating, and the basket is good.
Love the deft touch from Chris Paul on the floater there. His timing on those shots, sublime.
Now Graham. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Boston.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Gallinari with the rebound.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup. I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot again. His teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Graham, the pass to Monk, and that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. Zeller against Adams. Zeller dishes to Monk.
So much talk about the work ethic of Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong defensive play that time.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Graham with the ball, defended by Paul. Here's Monk. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
Well, a look at that 2018 Clippers draft pick and Gilgeous-Alexander. His incredible size at the point guard spot makes him one of the more intriguing players from that class.
And a good time here to go over our 2K leaderboard and see which point guards have had the hottest hand at the free throw line over the last 10 games. Fifth on the list, Chris Paul.
They are as reliable at the free throw line as you're going to find in this league, and that's something we've come to expect from the point guard position.
You look back at the NBA's free throw percentage leaders over the years, and so many of them have played the point guard position, mostly because they do a great job of penetrating, getting into the lane, and consistently draw fouls. So the more you take, the more you make.
And there's the pass to Graham. Pass to Zeller to end the run. He can't hit that time. Adams, some nice D. It's stolen by Monk. Washington. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now here's Paul. He's got 6. They retain possession. Adams' shot is good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And here is Graham. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
And looking now at the numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. He's really stood out for them over the past month. He's getting around 16 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Kept alive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, love the aggressive play here from Adams. He gets the shot he wants, and now another opportunity to challenge himself at the free throw line.
Oklahoma City shooting their first foul shots of the night here. Throw good, Adams.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
And so Adams nails both of them. And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Now here's Batum. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Paul with the ball. Gallinari outside. Zeller grabs the board. Hornets trail by 4. Outside, Batum. Down low. A steal. To the left side wing. Paul, no one around him. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Paul's got 8 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Borrego and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He doesn't want his guys to overlook Chris Paul, if that's possible. Coach said he can still take over a game. You've got to make him work for everything. CP3 is one of the all-time greats. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Most every team now, Brent, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? They can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end.
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, causing, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard as
Both
a big.
ends of the floor, I totally agree. So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. And here's a look at some numbers for Gallinari.
The surge in his free throw percentage this month is noticeable. He's looked a lot more comfortable at the line. Part of his job now should be attacking the D, going head on, drawing fouls, and trying to ride this hot streak.
Here's Diallo. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And for Coach Billy Donovan of the Thunder, a lot on the line. In his last year of a 5-year contract with the team, the end result of this team will determine his future with the franchise.
Well, this team has never missed the playoffs under his watch, and the interesting thing with the massive trades that happened in the offseason, how much Billy Donovan gets the opportunity now to teach and coach this group of players.
First one falls for him. Second free throw, no good. Hornets trail by 5. Martin the pass to Bridges, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Schroeder outside, bangs home the trifecta.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Diallo. Baseline try. Offensive rebound. Now here is Martin. Here's Bridges. Rebound by Muscala. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And slam dunk by Noel.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Biyombo down low. Noel on him. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. On the wing, Harris. He's guarded by Diallo. Harris kicks to Bridges. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Goes back up. And it's finished off inside by Schroeder. And it's a 10-point Oklahoma City lead.
Well, Schroeder down there sneaking in and able to pick up a loose ball board and get a hoop.
Charlotte moving the ball around. Pass to Bridges. Looking to end the run. And that one is off. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. And this is the first time matched up with the Hornets this season.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Sort of representative of how they each finished the season. One a playoff team, the other on the outside looking in. I think things may play out the same way this year, too.
The Thunder shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Shooting 1.
Well, it's been up and down the last few years for Nerlens Noel, but there are still some impactful numbers for the minutes that he's on the floor as a rim protector.
Charlotte calls timeout. And for Noel, his numbers will never match the visual impact he has on the floor, wouldn't you say?
Oh, he's definitely a player about the little things out there, just being a rim protector, making sure that guys think about him when they're attacking the rim.
Check the story out on Terry Rozier. His last 10 games, he's right around 13 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
Now here is Harris, still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's Diallo. Biyombo with the block. 3-on-3. Here's Bridges. Martin wide open. He fires. Misses off the left iron.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
And here is Rozier after the three-pointer from Dennis Schroeder. Pass to Bridges. Trying to end the drought. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Bridges got his second bucket.
Still just scratching the surface, polishing his game. Bridges' best basketball is ahead of him.
Here's Schroeder. Here's Noel, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Noel's got 7 points. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Outside, Martin. Now Harris. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Clock is at 3. Rozier for 3. It's held in by Diallo. Oklahoma City leading by 16. The pass to Schroeder. Back to Diallo. The wing jumper off target. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 16. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwyane Wade, and Chris Paul. And Chris talked about where all that started.
It's been a sort of long relationship, you know, and obviously me, Bron, Melo, D. Wade have all really gotten really close. And that stems from the time with the Olympics, USA teams, and then just sharing a lot of the same likes and values and having kids and family and different things like that.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Thunder so far.
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Thunder. They've got Robertson. Muscala is out there with Ferguson. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Noel in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Schroeder after Devin Harris's miss. Schroeder and Rozier pulls it down.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Here's Bridges. It's stolen by Schroeder. Just his first attempt. But he recovers it. Ferguson misses.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Harris kicks to Bridges. Right side, Martin. And here is Harris. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the rejection by Noel. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. For the Thunder, Gallinari comes in for Mike Muscala. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's subbed in for Terrence Ferguson. Oklahoma City leading by 18. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Graham, defended by Robertson. Gallinari attacking, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Cody Zeller.
Terrific to see Gallinari ducking his head in and taking it strong on the drive, getting the foul there as a result.
Now last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were. Now on the other side of 30, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late.
That free throw good from Gallinari. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angle.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wronged? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Here's Graham, one of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Gilgeous-Alexander. That one goes. Count it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket of the game. Batum with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Monk dishes to Graham. He kicks it to Batum. 5 on the clock. From deep, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And checking out some numbers for Monk. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging 15 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
And Paul gets it to go in.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Graham, the pass to Monk. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Oklahoma City on D. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. And Batum kicks to Graham. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And the shot goes in. Paul's got 5 points now this quarter.
It almost feels automatic at that point. The confidence that Chris Paul inspires in his teammates. It's surprising if they don't make the play.
Graham with the ball. Defended by Paul. Graham, the pass to Zeller.
Oklahoma City foul. Steven Adams. That's his first personal foul.
The Hornets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And the Hornets call time here. Well, when Danilo Gallinari came into the NBA, Brent, he was just a catch-and-shoot type player. But he's so much more than that now.
Well, I think with the way the league has changed with the three-point shot and Gallinari's ability to do that, he's gotten a lot smarter about picking his spots when the pump fake can drive in and draw some contact.
Well, some rookies have been making a name for themselves on the glass this past month. Let's see who we're talking about. You look at Washington. He does a great job inside, one of the top rebounders in the league.
And every team in the league needs a guy who can go and get. I mean, his great work on the boards certainly endear him to the coaching staff.
Now, here's Monk. 14 points from him the last game against Boston.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Graham kicks to Monk. Pass to Washington. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Graham. And the Hornets miss again.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Hornets. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Batum. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 5. Here's Monk. It's deflected.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Graham. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Monk, the pass to Washington. And Adams sends it back.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
Here's Gallinari. It's blocked. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. Graham with the bucket.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Passes it to Dort. And it's blocked. Here's Graham, defended by Paul. Graham, the pass to Washington.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. And Muscala kicks to Diallo. Here's Adams. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Zeller finds Harris. And it's blocked. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Here's Dort. Adams, right side. Pass to Dort. Now here's Diallo. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. The Thunder with another miss.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Graham with the bucket.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Paul with the three. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Graham dishes to Zeller. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Steven Adams picks one up. The Hornets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
The line for your Hornets shooting 2, Cody Zeller.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And the Thunder making a change here. Good on both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Rozier against Paul. To the wing right side. Nobody near Schroeder. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Well, Schroeder likes to drive first, now establishing the shoot first confidence. Love watching him rise up immediately after the catch.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Oklahoma City out in front, delivering the blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Chris Paul has been the story in this one. He had 18 points and 1 steal. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly. And so far, he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Vintage CP3. Getting it done on both ends of the floor. Aggressive, disruptive, making difficult shots. He is the key here in the first half.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Charlotte.
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, Ernie. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they can forget about a comeback.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Monk and Batum, the wings. And it's Graham in at the point. So that's who James Borrego starts the second half with.
2 points.
A nice shot by Gallinari.
Just a great move by Gallo with the dribble.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Hornets. The pass to Monk. Tipped away. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And there's the lay-in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
Really good, ferocious defense from Gilgeous-Alexander to knock it loose.
Graham, the pass to Zeller. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Got a piece of it, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Zeller.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Well, that's all Adams and his effort right there. Great job affecting that attempt.
Shot by Zeller, no good. Oh, the lob to Gallinari. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
And that one falls for Zeller. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Pass to Paul. Looking for Adams. He gets it there. He can't get that one. And Charlotte will go the other way with it.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
And you gotta love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
Now here's Adams. He's got 6. Got a piece of it. A fast break now for Charlotte. Here's Graham. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback. Washington's got 10 points.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Here's Paul. They get it again. Here's Gallinari. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Cody Zeller.
And this is a good time to show you some of the league's most disruptive defenders over the past month. The steal leaders at the small forward. 5th on the list, Nick Batum.
And this is the set of guys that can do as much or more damage with their defense as they can with their offense. They know how to swoop in for a steal from anywhere on the floor.
Just a great job of anticipation. These guys defend the entire court in transition, in the half-court set. It doesn't matter. They're out there agitating, disrupting, doing everything they can to unsettle an opposing offense.
Terrence Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder. Gallinari hits them both.
His versatility, at least for Gallinari, is something that's so important for coaches to utilize. He's capable of stretching the floor the way he shoots it.
Here's Washington. He's got 10. Here's Monk. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. That's tipped. And Adams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Adams dishes to Paul. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Graham. Here's Adams, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Charlotte called for the foul.
Well, he's such a big guy, Adams, but he does move quite well, and that helps his ability to get to the free throw line.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Well, that's a guy out there in Steven Adams that you just have to pay attention to. Every night he's going to bang around the opposing big guys and be a threat around the rim to score and pick up offensive rebounds.
Robertson, he's checked in for the Thunder. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And with Adams on the offensive glass, he is impossible to move.
Well, that's a big reason why a couple years ago, Kevin, he grabbed more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds, so you know he's going to live in the paint.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Gallinari outside. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 assists tonight. Here's Graham. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. The shot by Monk is no good.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Robertson the pass to Adams. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. The Hornets pull it in. Zeller's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Monk. And the layup falls. Monk's got 10.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 points for him. Gallinari finds Adams. That one rolling around and rims out.
His shot's it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Well, they brought the double team to force the ball out of his hands, but failed to rotate off the pass.
Here's Robertson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Passes to Adams. Knocks it loose. Out left to the wing. Here's Ferguson, defended by Batum, just 4 to shoot. Pulls it up, and the shot is long.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Monk for 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Gallinari's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Robertson. Gallinari outside. Adams trying to free himself up. A nice shot by Gallinari. Gallinari's got 11 in the second half. And the Hornets call time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
group in here for the Thunder. Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. Mike Muscala comes in for Terrence Ferguson. Diallo, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Gilgeous Alexander. Now, here's Rozier. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Here's Rozier. Now the pass to Biyombo. Over Noel. That one off the back iron and out.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Martin against Gallinari. Kicks it out to Schroeder. The three-pointer, no good. The Hornets have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Now, here's Bridges. He's covered by Muscala. Harris, right side. Biyombo, the pass to Rozier. No good from outside. Oklahoma City has gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. And Gallinari kicks it over to Schroeder. Bridges with the board. Charlotte's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Harris with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Biyombo, the pass to Rozier. Here's the floater. Bridges, no one around him. And the Hornets miss again.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Gallinari attacking, and good that time. Gallinari's got 13 points in the second half.
Oh boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
It's stolen by Muscala. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now here is Harris. Biyombo up top. The dish to Martin. 6 to shoot. They need this one. The Thunder pull it in. Here's Diallo. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one.
One shot.
That free throw good from Diallo. The Hornets shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Harris passes to Biyombo. Now Rozier. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Schroeder against Rozier. That one misses. Charlotte shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Bridges shot, good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Now here's Diallo. He's got 8. 43 seconds left here in the third quarter. Noel finds Schroeder. Clock at 6. Biyombo with the block.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Knocked away and stolen by Noel. Pass to Schroeder to the inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Nerlens Noel, since coming into the league, seemingly has fought an uphill battle to try to find a role on a team where he can consistently make key contributions. Let's hope it's now.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Noel. So Rozier will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. On the wing, Harris. Misses the three. And so it's Oklahoma City sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Taking a look at the Thunder, we've got Dennis Schroeder, Diallo out there with Muscala, and it's Nader in at the 4 spot. On the wing, Harris. He's guarded by Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. Here's Martin. The shot, no good. And the Thunder going the other way now.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
It's deflected.
And the impact Bridges makes on the defensive end, showing he's not to be messed with.
Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James, whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Here's Bacon after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his second personal foul. Going to the line, Dwyane Bacon. Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. A different look for Oklahoma City. Ferguson's checked in for Mike Muscala, and it's Robertson in for Diallo. And so he hits both. Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap and overspending and outspending smaller markets?
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you had for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin, and that's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
Now, here is Martin. Here's Harris. Here's Bridges. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, what I love about Bridges is just the all-around game. He scores, rebounds, passes, and defends well, too. Just an exciting young prospect.
Miles Bridges, shooting 2.
And that one falls for Bridges.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Both free throws good from Bridges. It's tough to get a unified feel on who the league MVP is. Which element, when you're looking at the MVP, matters most to you?
If we talk about that, Kevin, I always think about the MVP ends up being the guy that helps you get 6 to 8 unexpected wins. That's who I look to. So in this past season, what it was that Giannis did, not only with Coach Budenholzer coming in to Milwaukee, the stylistic change that they went through, and then the shouldered responsibility of Giannis to be the initiator to that much change in one season. That's why last year I feel like he was the most valuable player in the league. Even though eye-popping numbers were coming out of Houston, again with James Harden, I go back to Giannis and that massive amount of change and him being the guy that shouldered it all.
That's a great answer.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And you watch Dennis Schroeder, you can see how deadly Brent he can be when he's locked in.
Well, he accepted the role in Oklahoma City about coming off the bench and trying to be a spark plug for Schroeder. It's really about consistency, Kevin.
He doesn't get the second one. Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a sixth-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, from the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
Not in
NBA.
today's game, and not with what's at stake.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Passes it to Baisley. It's tipped. Here's Bacon. Martin from outside. They get it back.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Thunder have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Nader's shot's good. Nader's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
Yeah, kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Schroeder comes with the double team.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. High, arcing shot. The Hornets pull it in. Zeller's got 11 rebounds in the game. Bacon the pass to Graham. To the paint. Here's Bacon. And it's Baisley with the rebound.
That's great defense, and he's a player who can struggle in the face of some really tough interior D.
And it's Schroeder missing.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Martin the pass to Zeller. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 12 rebounds. Now, here's Robertson, covered by Martin. Baisley passes to Schroeder. With the floater, Nader. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And he set that dunk up brilliantly with the kickback pass.
Sweet look on the run. These guys can be so dominant when they work together.
When it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is that, in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed, and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
Here's Nader, right wing. Here's Ferguson. Pass to Adams. The fadeaway. The shot, no good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
The pass to Graham from 15 feet away. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Well, he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
On the wing, Robertson, covered by Martin. Adams' shot is good.
Well, Adams, with that kind of positioning so deep inside, he becomes a force down low.
Charlotte has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And that one is stuffed right through.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Pass to Baisley. Over Zeller. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And it's Martin missing.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Adams' shot is good.
Well, one thing about the Adams family, Stephen's brothers average 6'9". His sister's 6 feet even.
Here's Graham. Passes it to Martin. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Nader. Here's Baisley. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Adams, and it's blocked. Outside, Martin. And there's the pass to Graham. And Adams sends it back. Here's Ferguson. Dishes to Robertson. Kick out to Adams. And the Thunder, another three.
It'd be great if Steven Adams develops that shot consistently. That'll open up some offense.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Zeller passes to Bacon. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And too long on the shot. Hornets have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Thunder.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Steven Adams.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, and it's Graham missing. Now here's Adams. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I don't know. You know, it was just our defense. You know, obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.